It worked. Hello, welcome, welcome. That was a weird one. It was like going live, going live, going live, spin, spin, spin. Good to see you. How are you? Hope you're well. Today, we are going to be talking about, is language life for you if you've restarted a language and failed? Actually, I'm gonna say like failed in these little quote marks because that's something that we're going to talk about. So, hello, if you don't know me, welcome. My name is Lindsay. I am a language learning expert passionate about helping you learn languages better. And all week, I'm going to be live every single day, same time. There's 2 videos already up. We're on Wednesday. We've got Thursday and Friday to come. And we're going to be talking about some kind of very common topics that I hear, I get questions about. And also if language life is for you, if that is the situation that you're in right now. So if you're like, language life, what is that? Language life is my program that helps you speak more confidently, to find that kind of fearless intuition, that trust in your language gut, and to master your process when it comes to language learning. It really puts you at the center of everything. And yeah, right now, when you join, up until next week, in fact, a week yesterday, 14th of the 10th, a week yesterday, a week tomorrow. Oh my God, a week yesterday. That's right. Yeah, the first time. 14th of the 10th at midnight PT. If you join before then, you will get a bonus of 2 one-on-one VIP half days, which is really, really cool. So that is available if you decide to join right now. And yeah, let's get into this topic then. So is this program for you if you feel like you've restarted and you've restarted and you've stopped and you've started and you would describe it as failure? First of all, I really want to just acknowledge and normalize past attempts at learning a language. In fact, right now I'm learning Korean and it's maybe like the third or sort of fourth time that I would say I've like learnt Korean, like properly started and studied and spent a lot of time with the language, like sort of dipped in and out in between. But really, I would say it's the kind of third or fourth time where I've sat down with it properly. And the first time would have been a long time ago, like 2016 to sort of 19, a long, long time ago. And I then went to Korea. I went with my friend Shannon, who you may know, and she was just like amazing, like so, so good. She was speaking like it was just second nature to her. And it was incredible to see. And I'm thinking, oh man, I just haven't got it. Because up until that point, I had felt like I'd failed with Korean. I felt like I hadn't done enough or it hadn't clicked for me, and that meant that was I the problem, right? Was it something to do with me, or was it just the fact that this language was not my language, right? It was. And so you sort of go through these motions and then you stop and then you start again and you stop and you start, and it was like i never I never really thought too much more about it. I just felt like, well, that's it, I failed, it's not mine. But really, I just want to let you know, if you're here and you're thinking, I've started and I've restarted, and I guess I'm just not, you know, right for this. So should I join a program that's going to help me learn languages better if I can't do this? You can do this. It's completely normal to have had these moments where you've started and gone in and out and felt good about it and then less good about it. And, so I just want to start there. And language life really, if that is you, can be such a great help. It's designed to be your last language learning investment. It's designed to be the last time that you start again, right? The last first time. And so how do we do that? Well, there's 3 core elements to this program. The first is the self-study curriculum. So the Language Life Library is what we call it. And within that, you've got video lessons, you've got workbooks. So there's not just the knowledge that you're gaining from those video lessons, but there's the chance in those workbooks to really put that into practice and to apply everything that you're learning as well, which I think is really important. It's not just info dump, like that's never the best way to learn anything. As you know from learning a language, right? You need some chance to really practice things. So as well as the video lessons, you have the workbooks for that. Everything is designed to be as easy to digest as possible. So that's one core element of it. The second is the regular practice opportunities. So we have writing and speaking prompts, we have challenges, endless. In fact, there's 54 years worth of prompts for you. There's over 150 at the minute, probably more soon, challenges in the challenge generator. You just literally click a button and you'll get some inspiration of what to do next if you're stuck on how to practice, right? Like, that is just endless opportunity for you there. And then there's the human support from me. So this isn't just a case of, you know, you join, you have all the info, and it's up to you to do it all on your own. Like, I'm there for you throughout this whole experience. So there's a few ways that happens. First up, month review. This is everyone's favorite piece of the program. So at the end of every single month, you let me know where you're at. You tell me about what went well, what didn't go well, what you accomplished this month, how you feel about it all, what your plan is for next month. And from that info, I respond back to you with my feedback. Now, this is a chance, I've been doing this for a long time now. I can read between the lines. So when you say to me something like, I was busy, so it didn't happen. Okay, there's something more there. It's not just you were busy, right? What was the reason it didn't happen? And so we kind of dig into things a little bit more. It's so good to get that extra perspective from someone who is in the know on this. It's not just, your friend that you're asking or whatever. And so the monthly review is really important. That feedback is delivered via video privately to your email. So there's no need to worry about like anyone else seeing anything or anything like that. So that's the main the monthly review is one of the huge key elements of the support, but there's one-on-one async stuff kind of peppered throughout as and when you need it. So the end of chapter check-ins. So when you complete a chapter in the Language Life library, you get the chance for one-on-one support with me if you want it. So anything that's kind of unanswered, any kind of things that feel like I need a bit more support to make that specific thing work for me, I'm there, right? The same thing goes for the milestones. So throughout the program, you've got these chances. It's not just like, okay, you join and you're thinking, I want to be fluent in Spanish. Okay, great. How are we going to get there? Right? So the milestones are part of what help you get there. And every time you complete a milestone, more one-on-one support unlocks with me. So everything is like really, well-oiled machine to give you the support as and when you need it. And that's really why this is going to be different. You're not left on your own. I think a lot of times when we sort of restart and stop and restart and stop, it's that feeling of I'm doing it wrong. But if you feel like I'm doing it wrong, you just come to me. You submit a request for some one-on-one async time, you submit your monthly review, and you get the support that you need so that you're not just kind of fading away and into the distance, right? You actually have a chance to keep going. So it can be the last time that you start again. And finally, as well, I said at the beginning, like if you've failed, right, in quote marks, and that's because we really need to think about failure slightly differently. If you feel that, you've failed learning a language, like, what does that really mean? I don't think it means anything other than you tried, right? Like, so how many people did not try? You tried. So if you failed, you tried. And I think that's really important, just this reframing of failure being very much part of the process of language learning. Language learning isn't about instant success. It's not just a case of you read the course book and you take it in and boom, you're magically fluent. You turn that last page and click, it all drops into place. It's not that. It's like these sort of micro wins along the way, these small wins, this consistent progress. That's what's going to get you to where you want to be. And, anything that you would consider as a failure, everything that came before that, and that point that, whatever led to the quote unquote failure, we can learn from. So it can be like, well, things are working well, then what happened? How can we learn from this so that we make sure it doesn't happen again? Or if it does happen again, we know what to do next time. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of thing that, that's the sort of work that we do, like in your monthly review. You'll be asking yourself questions like this. And also like, your past struggles, that doesn't define your future success, right? It makes your next attempt even smarter, even more informed. Because like I say, we've got all this data that we can draw from. What worked, what didn't work. We're not starting from zero. So if you feel like you've restarted, you failed, you've restarted, you failed, it's all data, right? No matter how you feel about it now, we're going to change that feeling towards it. We're going to come at it with a bit more self-compassion. So you can recognize, what, I tried that. And it's so cool that I tried and I want to do this thing and I want to do it again. And this is going to be the last time. And it's going to be the last time because we've got all this data that we can draw from. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say on this topic. And that's pretty much it. So if you're interested, if you feel like, okay, yeah, this is the kind of support I need. I feel I want this to be the last time that I start again. I want, we're October now. Like this is such a good time to join something like this where you're not relying on that new year energy. You're getting a head start so that by the time the new year comes around, you're already like in place. Your plan is sort of rolling along, your routine is set, it's ticking over nicely. It's not just like January 1st, I feel the big new year energy and I need to do everything all at once. No, you've got something that's working already, which is a really nice place to be. So it's a brilliant time to start, to get in the program and to get to grips with everything, so that when the new year rolls around, you're already on the right track for everything. If you're interested, if you want to join, you want to learn more, it's lindsaydoeslanguages.com/LL. And yeah, I look forward to working with you, to answering your questions. If there's anything that you want to know, you can email me as well, lindsay@doeslanguages.com. And you can leave me a question here or a comment on this video, and I'll be more than happy to answer and to help you out. All right, I will speak to you soon. I'll be back tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll be talking about learning for fun and how learning for fun can still mean learning and making progress with everything. All right, I will see you then. Thank you. Bye.